Call will talk for first time because Hamas attacks on Israeli civilians attacks on the October 7th. Surprise encourages Israel to declare war against Gaza-based terrorist group. Netanyahu and Putin will talk to Beijing with Chinese leaders in Beijing during a visit to Moscow. During the war in Ukraine, he established an informal alliance against nations. Russian President Vladimir Putin blames us for creating conditions that led to the Israeli-Hamas War Biden administration. Iranian-backed militant group Hezbollah exchanged fire Israelis north. In midst of war, Israel discuss a wider conflict with Arab leaders. Arab leaders talk. Middle East.Increases concerns about opening. Meanwhile, Netanyahu, whose forces poured with the air attacks of the Gaza Strip, is preparing a place planned against Hamas this week. While Blinken traveled in Middle East at weekend, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi asked Beijing for use of any impact on region. Prevent other countries' groups from entering. Expanding. China is known to have close trade political ties with Iran, which supports Hamas Hezbollah. Wang, who advised President of Brazilian President, had emerged more powerful for Palestinians than their Chinese colleagues and said, "The essence of issue is not justice to Palestinian people. This conflict once again proved that way solve Palestinian issue is to continue real peace talks as soon as possible and realize legitimate rights of Palestinian nation," said Zhai Jun, China's Middle East ambassador, spoke to Palestinian Egyptian officials last week and asked for a ceasefire. Human support to the Palestinian people. China is willing to work with the international community to encourage peace and encourage negotiations, said Netanyahu. Bid any Hamas attacks after the attacks to Gaza we need to go, he says. Report in June 11 hosted the Palestinian President in Beijing and invited Israeli Prime Minister to visit in official state. Netanyahu accepted and set out for a larger role the region. But Hamas attacks against Israel made Netanyahu's trip in late October. He said he could win by establishing closer ties with Arab countries the long run. Netanyahu invited President Biden to visit Israel in the middle of the war against Hamas, only weeks before Russia occupied Ukraine last February. Putin met with Xi in Beijing, and the parties signed an agreement that promised an unlimited relationship. Attempts to present him as his broker were greatly rejected by the international community.